Go live button. Okay, are we live? What's good, great people? I am Ezel Moon, and I have a special guest in the building today. IndesKribeaBULL, Big Tiny, not the little one, is joining me. She's an actress, comedian, host, entrepreneur. Y'all, she does it all, and she also has a book on drop shipping made easy. $7. We'll click the link in her bio. She's joining me today. I look like I'm about to go out and tell people, have you given your life to Jesus today? And if not, why haven't you? Intro. Big Tiny, not the little one, is joining me today. What's going on?
Hey, boy, you are stupid. I'm listening to the intro like, now why he tell these people he's selling bean pies at people's doors?
Look, like I'm gonna, excuse me, but have you given your life over to God? And if not, please, why, what is taking so long?
Right. I'll be like, Lord, please, it's too early in the morning. I ain't had my coffee, and I don't want to cuss out a servant of the Father. So just, give me some time, some space, so we can talk about it next week, maybe. Just schedule it. Put it on my calendar. You don't pop up at nobody's house.
You really can be, especially nowadays, because everybody got a gun in the South, and it is not a game. I'm talking about everybody. The baby got a little mini hand.
Right.
I mean, it's wild. You see that? You think?
And I'm in Georgia. You don't need a license to carry here.
You know where I'm from, Texas, but
okay.
I reside in Virginia now, and this is a little bit different. It's different out here. It's different. Yeah, they a little bit more strict. But anyway, what's going on? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm just happy to be here. Thank you so much for working with my schedule and allowing me to come on this platform and talk to you and have a frank conversation, because I know you always be talking about some powerful stuff. And like I said, to you off camera, you do a lot of leg work, I feel like, in the Black community. And, a lot of people would just be talking about it, but I see you doing it. We follow each other on social media, so I might not comment on everything, but I see you working, Black man, and I appreciate it.
Man, it's an absolute honor to hear that from you, someone who has dedicated so much to her craft, to growing and glowing from afar, man. I've literally been like, oh, I'm honored to know you. And the fact that I'm able to even be interacting with you is a pleasure and a joy for me. The whole y'all, if y'all were here for the pre-session,
you missed the pregame.
Y'all missed it. The pregame was lit. Like, that's where the party was at. But sincerely though, I'm thrilled to have you on. I want to get into the questions that I have, but Lord knows, knowing us, this ain't even gonna be a real thing for real.
What's gonna happen, Lord Jesus? I'm just take the wheel, Lord.
I know. So where you want to start? You want to start with the passport bros, or you want to go into vulnerability?
Let's talk about vulnerability first, because let's be serious first, and then we can crack a few jokes, because that was funny.
All right. Let's do it like this. So, you were on Vulnerability Time, and you dropped so many gems there, and one of them was being that you had to get rid of the spirit of perfection. Now I want you to talk to us about that process and how that has impacted your decision-making skills moving forward.
Oh, well, first of all, it's an ongoing process. Shaking off that spirit of perfection is a hard one, because when you're a creative and you're as passionate about what you do as I am, you never want to miss. But failure is how you learn, and so, like, think about when you were growing up, you didn't always know how to tie your shoe. Sometimes you tied a loose knot, you maybe tripped and fell, but after you fail, well, let me get this right, because I don't want to do this again. It's the same with any other lesson that you have to learn in life. Failure, not only does it build character, it's an experience, it's a teacher, it's how you learn. So I don't shy away from failing no more. I tell people all the time, now I might fail, I ain't gonna quit though. And that's one thing I pride myself. You might sing better than me, you might write better than me, you might look better, go harder in the gym. That's fine. All of that is fine. You're not going to outwork me, not at what I do. Okay. And that's, again, I think we mentioned earlier about being authentic to yourself. Like, I am who I am. I've been successful in what I do because I've been who I am. I've always been who I am. The person that you see making these videos, these are real experiences. Now, they're not always my experiences, but they're relatable experiences, and I express them in a way that is authentic and unique to me. So why would I abandon that to be somebody that other people want me to be? Now I got to keep that up. That's tiring. That's exhausting. I'm tired enough doing what I do. I don't also want to be burdened with trying to keep up appearances and make sure these people are happy because I said something that they wanted to hear. Now I'm going to tell you my truth. And that's just the way that I keep that, you know? So, I mean, I'm not going to always get it right. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm a human and I'm always learning. There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, it ain't got to be perfect. It just got to be, you just got to do it. You just got to do it and be real about it. That's it.
Absolutely. You know, stepping and living in your truth is something that is so hard nowadays, especially when people are monetizing off of being a character. You know,
Yeah.
where exactly do you feel like you've drawn the line in the sand when it comes to like, hey, you know, yeah, these relatable experiences, but now they've you know, you've taken it to a place where like, oh, okay, well, I can make this funny and palatable for other people.
Yeah.
You know, and versus like, hey, like this is something that really just hits to the core. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you take things that hit you and make them funny?
Because when you really think about it, life, you got to laugh to keep from crying. I choose to find humor in a lot of things. You know, a lot of people say they have dark humor, or, you know, we maybe laugh in inappropriate situations. That's me. I'm that person. You know, because, you know, like it's like going to a funeral. You always see something crazy at a funeral. Now, the funeral isn't funny. The loss of a life is not funny, but the circumstances surrounding might be a little humorous. It's okay to take a break. It's called comedic relief. You know what I'm saying? Like laughing and humor and jokes, it makes the truth a little more bearable. And so for me, you know, it's like, yeah, he cheated, but you know, he got to go back to his mama's house with one trash bag and a PS5. He only got 2 games. You know what I'm saying?
He only got 2 pairs of jeans.
He only got 2 pairs of jeans, and one of them Jabos. So you know what I'm saying? Like it hurt. I took my L. You know what I'm saying? I took my L, but we're gonna laugh about it and keep it moving because everybody has had to learn that lesson, men and women. We done all been done wrong by somebody who didn't deserve us in the first place. Everybody, raise your hand if you've been done wrong by somebody who didn't deserve you in the first place. We done all been there. So, you know, it's like, yeah, let's laugh about it. And then you see people in the comments tagging their home girl. Girl, you remember that dude from so and so, blah, blah, or a dude, you know, sending this to his group chat or whatever. Like, it's relatable. It ain't even necessarily about making it more easily digestible. It's sometimes about like, bro, this is what happened. This is the real, you know, at the end of the day, it was a little funny. You know what I'm saying? Like we laughed about it and we moved on.
See, that's a beautiful thing to be able to like actually take it for take one to the chin and be like,
I mean, we all do it. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. I wanna get into a post that you have. Since we still on this side of the conversation, you know, just divorcing them. You know, marriage is especially, you know, for Southerners is
Yeah.
a great deal. And nowadays, you know, it's like the biggest probate on the planet. You know, a lot of things go into it, right? But you have something that you said that relationships are only as hard as y'all make them, and it's because somebody don't want to do the work. So I wonder for you, you know, what does the work entail to making sure that your marriage is healthy and strong?
Well, the first thing is that it takes 2 people. And a lot of people miss that part. I saw something the other day that said, if you leave your husband because you don't feel the same way anymore, not for abuse or cheating or addiction or something, I feel like that's a disservice, especially if you have children. Why would I listen to yourself? You want me to be miserable for the rest of my life because I said I do when one person is doing the work? Here's the thing. It's very easy to drag a wagon across a street, okay? But when you talk about you got to take the wagon uphill, and the person that's responsible for taking the wagon uphill with you is putting rocks in it, there's a difference. So when I say to people, and a lot of folks don't know this, I went through a divorce. I never talk about it publicly because it ain't everybody's business. But when you talk about these kinds of relationships, you have to understand a lot of times divorce is not, it's not oh, you made me mad, I'm finna leave you. It's not that. We're tired. We've talked about it for months and months or years and years. We've begged, we've cried, we've prayed, we've sought counseling. We've done everything that we can do. When is enough going to be enough? Or do you want to spend the rest of your life begging somebody to be your partner? That's not what I signed up for. For me, a marriage is a contract. It's a legally binding contract. When one or more parties violate the terms of the agreement, the contract is now null and void. Is that correct? So if you want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not against people being married. I want to be married again and I want to have kids. But you have to understand the way society is now. A lot of people have kids with folks they never should have dated, not even had sex with, never should have dated. Now you got kids in the mix and it's confusing. You want to stay there for your kids, but you're miserable. The other parent is miserable. And now the kid sees that y'all are miserable and they're miserable. It don't help nobody. So I'm not saying, hoorah, everybody get a divorce. I'm saying weigh the pros and the cons. If this relationship is not mutually beneficial, what we doing? Right. It's okay for you to let it go. Everybody gonna be fine. Folks don't want to feel like a failure. They be embarrassed. And wait, what about everybody that came to the wedding? How many people did you talk to after the wedding?
Come on.
Did they pay a bill? Did they babysit? So, you know, like, a lot of this stuff is for show. A lot of people get caught up in the wedding and the social media and the trips and all of that stuff. What about the marriage? If the marriage ain't solid, why are you in it? It's okay. You know, and people try to use religion and, well, God doesn't want people to get divorced. Okay, you're absolutely right. God also don't want me to be miserable until I die. Yes. So and at the end of the day, my divorce is on me. You telling me that God don't want me to have a divorce ain't gonna make me stay there. I gotta wake up every day and be happy with who I see when I look in the mirror. And everybody needs to take on that understanding. Like, it's okay for you to want your parents to be happy and your friends to love who you're with, because it makes everything easier. But if you're not happy, what we doing?
Absolutely. Man, you got a lot of people. You getting love off that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go too hard.
No, you fine. You already know this is how this goes. Because as someone, you know, who has yet to experience that, I'm learning from your experiences. And honestly, from what I'm taking from this is that, hey, the work needs to be done. And it's two people that signed that contract, and I gotta uphold my side the same way that she does. That's you know, of course, you know, yeah, what religion says, but you know, at the end of the day, I have to live my life and I have to walk down this path myself. Talk to us though about, you know, your tribe, your people, the people that were in your corner as you were making that transition, and you know what that was like for you, what it felt like, what support felt like in that time period, and you know what support feels like now.
Well, I've always had a strong support system, my parents being one of them. And you know, I have close friends that I'm not a very public person, you know, like I post my content, I get off, you know, you get on my page, you don't see a lot of friends, homegirls, parents, cousins, niece, nephew, nothing like that. Because you're here for the content. You're not here for my private life. And the people in my life didn't sign up for that, you know, because there's a lot of scrutiny that comes with being a social media influencer. And I consider myself protecting my people when I keep them out of the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? So, and I do that because they've been so supportive, because they've always had my back. Like when I was going through that, you know, it was a hard time, but nobody ever told me, well, you need to stay because you committed, or you need to make sure that you fulfill this. No, they were like, baby, do what's best for you. Everybody said, do what's best for you. And I appreciate that. It wasn't criticism. It wasn't judgment. It wasn't them trying to shun me or make me feel guilty about my decision. It was them just saying, hey, we want you to be happy. So however you see that going, whatever that looks like for you, you do that and we're going to support you. And I've always had that, especially like, I talk sometimes about my parents, mostly just how much I love them or whatever. Now, my mama, you know, she's she's cool until she's not. So I, you know, Like I tell people, you know, like I love my mama. Anybody who's ever met my mother, you know, she's a sweet, caring, loving individual. Okay, she will go to the ends of the earth for you and back. But when it's time to ride, mama gonna be the first one in the car. And I didn't learn that about her until I got a little bit older, because you know, as a child, you see your parent a little bit differently. So you know, being able to have a relationship with her as a grown woman has been so fulfilling for me, because I really get to get into the details with her about how something makes me feel, and she can give me, you know, solid advice from her own perspective, because my parents have been married for almost 40 years. So it's not, and it wasn't cheating and abuse and toxic mess, and you know, like, it wasn't none of that. I've seen my daddy love my mama. I've seen both my parents be submissive in a way. I've seen them take trips and provide and be happy and healthy. So I know what my understanding of a happy marriage is. That comes from my parents, you know, setting the standard and giving me the example. So it's like, you know, my mama, she's real cool and laid back. My daddy, he kicking the door in, he gonna let you know off the rip. You know, like it's given very much OG. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
so when
right.
people see him in the videos, sometimes they're like, "Oh my gosh, I wish I had this relationship with my daddy." That's how he is. He's funny. He's outgoing. He's very charismatic. He's fun to be around. You know, and so these are the people that make up me. So when I was going through that time, you know, it was kind of like being not smothered, but just being surrounded by people who had my back, who not only understood why I was making the decision, but supported whatever decision that I wanted to make. And everybody will be fine. They were fine after the divorce. We're all fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody was tripping. Everybody cool.
Right. See, look, you know, that's a beautiful story to you know, your tale is something that is, I hate to say, an anomaly in a sense, because of the fact that there's so much scrutiny that is placed upon the woman when it comes to divorce and, you know, the ending of relationships. Mm-hmm. It's as if like the world has always said, blame that girl.
Yeah,
it's
always her fault.
It's always her fault, when really, you know, a lot of, I'm not pandering, I'm just being honest. There's a lot of accountability that's supposed to be held by, you know, us as guys, but you know, we don't ever really want to take that time to just say, hey, I messed up and it's my fault. But
you know, nobody's perfect. Everybody has to, that comes with maturity and self-awareness. A lot of people really don't know that they're doing the wrong things because it's been normal to them their whole life. And that's fine. But at some age, you have to determine, okay, how do I'm responsible for making better decisions for myself, for my children, and for the people that I care for. That's on you. Your trauma ain't your fault, but the healing, the progress, that's on you.
Yeah. Look, all right now. We about to start giving them to
I'm gonna step back. I'm
trying to tell you, look, the runway is right there for you. You know, but moving forward, right? Because the past is the past, and yes, you know, we draw our lessons from it and we carry it forward with us. What makes a good husband to Big Tiny, not the little one?
To me, a good husband is somebody who just makes me feel emotionally secure. It's not always about money. Now, let me clear this up, because you know, people, you know, they be liking to argue. You know, you know, the girls like to tussle on social media. I'm gonna say this very clearly. I don't ask for anything in relationships that I cannot reciprocate 100%. Okay. Mm-hmm. If I need a man with some money, it's because I got some money. Mm-hmm. If I need a man who's emotionally available and stable, it's because I'm emotionally available and stable. If I want somebody to cater to and make me feel good and be romantic and secure me in every way, it's because I'm gonna do that too. And that is lost in a lot of relationships. Okay. Everybody's coming to the table with, what can you do for me? A lot of these men want you to be their mama as soon as you meet them, in addition to sleeping with them whenever they feel like it. A lot of these women want you to get their hair and nails done, pay for trips, take them out the country, buy them new shoes. They want you to finance their lifestyle. Sis, if you can't afford the red bottoms,
tell them. Oh shit.
We're going to take a pause right there and just let it sink in.
Sorry.
If you can't afford the red bottoms, sis, maybe you don't need them. It's just, maybe it's just me. I don't get into all the labels and stuff like that. I got a couple nice things, but I'm a very minimal person. Like as long as the shoes cover my feet, they ain't gotta get my feet ain't wet when I'm in the rain. You know what I'm saying? Like I can dress up and be cute and stuff, but I'm not a very materialistic person. So for me, a husband is somebody who covers me, makes me feel safe. It ain't about buying this and taking trips. Do I want to do those things? Yeah, but it's not a requirement for somebody to be in my presence. I want to know how you feel, what you think, what's important to you. Where do you see the biggest thing for me is like, do you have a plan? Because a lot of people have a plan for their business. They have a plan for, fitness. They have a plan for school. They have all of these plans. You need the same plan for a relationship. What is the goal? And I kid you not, I have to tell this story real quick. I'm sorry. I was talking to a guy one time, and it was like I want to say it might have been our second date. And so he was just telling me about his previous, situationships. And he said he was frustrated with this girl he was talking to because she asked him what they were doing. And I kid you not, his words verbatim was, "What you mean? We having sex and getting to know each other." And then looked across the table at me like I was supposed to give him a high five or amen or something. I'm looking at him like, my brother, come on now. You had to know that wasn't enough. We sleeping together and getting to know. No, sir, what are we doing? Do you want to be in a relationship with me? Are you just having fun? You wasting time? Am I a placeholder? A lot of women, if you just let them know what's up, we will figure out what we need to do on our own. You don't have to lie and manipulate somebody to sleep with them. There's no sex in the world that's so good that you got to emotionally abuse somebody for it. Because that's at the end of the day, that's what it is. And we get into all these terms now. Social media made everybody a narcissist. Everybody's gaslighting. Sometimes you're just full of shit. I don't know if I can say that. I'm sorry if I can't.
You good.
But I already said it. Sometimes people just, they be full of stuff. And so I'm like, bro, aside from all the psychological jargon, would you want somebody to treat you like that? You done invested your time, your emotions, your resources, your energy. You are prioritizing this person, and they tell you we having sex and getting to know you. Man, I flip this table. I will rearrange the furniture in here if somebody told me that. Because it just seems so callous and so inconsiderate. And a lot of times people don't think. Like, that's part of being in a relationship. You have to consider what the other person wants, what they feel, how the things that you do and say make them feel. It's very simple when you actually like somebody. That's all I'm saying.
Damn, man.
I'm sorry. I know I'm going too hard.
No, you good. Like, this the space for it, because that's real.
They just shut up and crack jokes. That's what they be saying. I'm just gonna go back to making jokes on the internet.
No, not here. We want. I want to, this is a frank conversation.
Hello.
I want to get to know my partner, my hope, like my actual someone that I consider like an inspiration to me. So it is. This is the space for that, because someone is inspired by you right now and is honestly going back and analyzing their relationships and how their interactions should be with other people. I myself could have been looking at even in my little bit of guffaws as you talk. I'm like, bro, like, she's right. Like, I need to make sure that I have a plan for the next relationship that I enter into. I can't just be in here freestyling it. Like, this is let me go ahead and outline what it is that I want. Because I have an outline of, hey, this is what I want to be yoked to. This is the type of person I would like to be with, like making sure that they actually can wake up with me early in the mornings and go do community service, things of that nature, like little, but what exactly is my plan for the relationship? That's hard to lay out, and so thank you for that, because you honestly put that on my mind. Now I'm really like over here, like taking notes, like, hey man,
look, it's something to think about. But women, we need that. It's an added layer of security. A man with a plan, that means that he's serious. Okay, that means that he is intentional. He is preparing for something. That's all we want. If I'm not the woman that you want to be intentional with, or that you want to prioritize, stop texting me. Don't call me no more. Don't ask to go on no dates because you don't want anything serious. Same with women. If this man only wants to sleep with you, he has not said in any way that he wants a committed relationship. Why are you still giving him the cookie? Why? Casual sex don't oftentimes lead to serious relationships. So if that man said he didn't want it, you need to hear what he said and stop thinking you can change him. You're not that special. The last girl wasn't. The one before her, she wasn't either. So people have to be very honest about what they want in relationships. And then when you listen, I'm a whatever you say type of person.
Right.
If you said it, I'm gonna make you stand on it. And that's accountability. A lot of people don't want to, like we said, a lot of people don't want to be accountable, but that's another thing that goes into being a spouse, not just a husband. Be accountable. Do what you say you're going to do. And if you said you wasn't going to do something, don't do it. It's very simple. You build trust, you build your bond, you secure yourselves both in that way by just keeping your word. Just keep your word.
You know, there's a question here that says, could sex lead to situationships? And honestly speaking, yes, that is the first place that if it
don't go nowhere else, it's definitely going there.
It's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? That's the destination. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It's not that, you know, like if that's what you want, then that's what you want. But you know, I desire to be in a committed relationship with a man who makes me feel secure. And usually casual sex is not, if you're looking for casual sex, you're probably not looking to secure a woman.
I wanted to get into, because this is a very good good transition space right here, right? So looking for love in 2023 is in fact,
baby, it is dookie in the dating pool.
Look, let me tell you something. I've been saying this. The dating pool got pee, poop, and fentanyl in it.
A little bit of crack. You're right. You got a little bit of crack in there too.
A little bit of crack.
Just a little bit. It's not safe.
It's not safe there. That is a cesspool.
Yes.
You remember, what's that movie? Was it Blue Street? With like, it's a cesspool.
Oh, yes.
It's a cesspool.
That is exactly what it feels like at times. You're absolutely right.
Oh my God. But you know, so there is an amazing TikTok. She got 1.3 million followers. Amazing Instagram. Oh my God, she got a YouTube channel as well and a book now on how to drop shit. And she was going ham to the point where she made an outtakes video on
I couldn't hold it, bro. I couldn't hold it.
On the Passport Bros, because they decided to get out of the American dating pool and go to a different spot. Talk to us, man, about, okay, one, your thought process on them, because I really want to know. Like they decided this. They said, "Hey, look, man, it's not working in America.
Yeah,
let me try somewhere else."
Listen, you know what? I was gonna mind my business. I wasn't gonna say nothing because I had been seeing the tweets and the viral videos and stuff. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I saw the hashtag. I clicked on it. I said,
"Wait,
you know, that's interesting."
My bad, Big Sis. Hold on. Commercial.
Oh, my bad. We got.
Where you get your hip hop from? Yeah. What's up? This Tribal Trigger Trench in the building. You already know. Nip, naughty.
Hey, Redman is in the building, of course. Jersey's finest, all about them bars, marijuana smoker. Hey, PSA announcement. I need everybody go support. That's right, support my fucking state, my city. Heritage Hip Hop, a New Jersey media source that celebrates New Jersey hip hop worldwide. Facts. Please subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop on social media. That is Heritage Hip Hop on social media.
What up, y'all, man? It's your boy Do It All, Do Pray Kelly, right here on Heritage Hip Hop, man. Look, man, let me tell you something. Make sure you support Heritage Hip Hop, because without these brothers bringing you hip hop, we're not gonna stay informed, man, the way that we need to stay informed, man. And they're not just giving you hip hop, man. They're giving you the heritage of hip hop, right here, man. Yo, Karev, I see you. Heritage Hip Hop, man. Let's do it.
It ain't nothing like Heritage Hip Hop.
we're back.
We good, bro. Listen, I know we got to pay bills. I already know. I already know. I'm a business person. You ain't hurt me at all.
Hey, look. When we get off here, we gotta talk about something.
We gonna clown. I already know. We gonna clown. I'm gonna block you because you're not finna get me in trouble. I'm finna get you off my phone.
No. Look, one day, I promise, bro. I promise. As soon as I get to like, I don't know what 10, whatever the number, whatever a good number is, I'm gonna create a Patreon. It's gonna be exclusive content that nobody can. You can't screen record. You just gotta go by word of mouth.
Why you gotta wait?
Yeah.
Why you gotta wait? Do it now.
You know what?
Do it now. What we waiting on?
You're right. You absolutely right. Cause I promise, like I got some things to say.
That's what I'm saying. I got some heat for him. Go on, give him the heat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But let's get into these passport bros and
Bro, I promise. I really was gonna mind my business. I was, but I saw there was a guy who got stranded in the Dominican Republic. And he was on Instagram Live asking people for $100 on Cash App. And then it hit me. If you're too broke to date women in America, why you go internet? You know what? Because see, I don't judge people. I don't judge people. We'll do what works for you. But I think the problem that a lot of people have with it, one guy made a comment. He said, only Black women hate passport bros. I said, we don't hate y'all. We hate the audacity. Because a lot of times you put us in your narrative. You tell people, well, I'm going to Italy, or I'm going to Japan. I'm going out east to find me a woman because Black women don't listen. Bro, they finna scam you. Okay. They gonna listen long enough to scam you. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but you got to be real about what it is that you bring to relationships. A lot of times these dudes be like, well, I don't want to deal with a Black woman because this, and this. And I'm like, bro, you don't have none of the requirements. You want her to be physically fit. You want her to make a certain amount of money. She got to keep her nails and hair done. She got to have all of these superficial sometimes qualities. And you look pregnant. You have no hair. Your mattress is on the floor. Or your mama co-signed for your car. Again, I'm not judging. I'm not judging nobody's personal situation. All I'm saying is that have the stuff that you ask for. That's why I stand on my requirements in dating. I'm not settling for below what I'm asking for because I can do this. If I can provide for myself at a certain level, you should be able to do the same. And I reciprocate. It's nothing absurd about wanting somebody to meet you where you are. But the fact that you have to go outside of the country because you assume that these women are more submissive or easier to deal with or something like that. I said, baby, you must ain't never heard these sisters talk. Cause the same internet you on, they on it too. They own it too.
Yeah. And they will rob you. I'm sorry.
Period. But they will.
Just be 100. Sincerely speaking though, far be it from me to judge how somebody decides to look for love, but there is a definitely wealth of knowledge in what you were saying, especially when it comes to trying to find the someone that can reciprocate what it is that you give, I do think that there is kind of a hindrance to dating in a sense when it comes to certain people, right? Certain people do feel as if like I can't date unless like I'm financially secure or mentally secure, and so they try their hardest to work on that portion of life. And they miss out on different opportunities or the right, because a lot of people, there's a lot of examples of people saying that, hey, I couldn't succeed until I found the right one, and then from when I found that person, boom, we built and my life just took off. And now honestly in my life, I know a lot of Black men that say that about the Black women in their lives. Like, man, had it not been for her entering here, I wouldn't have been able to get here, So I wonder, what are your thoughts on those with that mindset of, hey, let me not enter into this whole dating realm until like I'm secure as far as finances and things of that nature?
I think it just depends on the person, because a lot of people, and it also depends on the person that you're trying to date. A lot of women will be just fine going to get coffee the first time, or having a picnic at the park, or going to the museum. Figure out who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we get in these situations where we trying to overperform to keep somebody. That's not your woman. She's not the one for you. If you feel like you need to have all these things in place before you date, good for you. I'm a self-starter. I ain't never needed no man to pull no tricks out my hat. I'm like, listen, I got to do this, 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 and this. I can date you or I cannot date you. But these things still going to be going on, because that's just me. Every person is not like that. Some people need a little push. And even I would say sometimes I feel like I would feel more secure, like as far as traveling and stuff. Like when I went to Cancun, I took one of my closest homeboys with me, because he's a videographer. He's good at what he does. And we've been friends for almost 15 years. That was an added level of security for me. So men do bring a lot to relationships. I feel like, like I'm not one of those women who says I don't need a man, because I know exactly the benefits of having one. But as far as securing my career, achieving my goals, making some money, traveling, doing what I need to do to fulfill myself individually, no, I don't need no man for that. And don't no man need a woman for that either. Because at the end of the day, you're responsible for those things, for how you feel about yourself, your career, your level of fulfillment in what you do. If you feel like you're not happy with yourself because you ain't got a wife and kids, date somebody, find your wife. Like it's so simple. Like, do what's best for you. We have all these conversations and arguments sometimes on the internet about what people should and shouldn't be doing. Do what's best for you. What do you think you need to feel good? Do that. If it don't work, try something else. Like, this is your life, bro. This is your life. You can do whatever you want.
It's real. For real, for real. You can literally get up and go out and find you somebody right now if you really, truly, and honestly wanted to.
Hey, but, that's what you want.
Shit. So I want to switch topics, going to dreams and nightmares. Actually, you know what? What was the last nightmare you ever had?
The last nightmare I ever had. I think me and this girl that I know through somebody else, we had got kidnapped, and we were trying to fight our way out. It was very vague, and I don't know why she was in the nightmare, but scared the living daylights out of me. I woke up. I was like, let me go double lock this door, because. And then I've been watching a lot of Scandal lately. I've been rewatching. I said, y'all ain't finna get me and trap me in the Pentagon.
Not in the Pentagon.
They'll do it. They'll do it now.
Yeah, no, you're right though. I don't live too far from that mug either.
Right.
Yeah.
Check the blinds.
Yeah, literally, I'll be like, hey, all right now.
You just got to make sure everything's still doing what everything's supposed to do. That's all.
Absolutely. So, I watched your tutorial video in regards to making your music videos, and man, like, still laughing and I'm sorry. You're hilarious. Like, if I know I said it earlier, but I really, really mean this. Like, you're actually hilarious. I wonder, with the amount of success that you've had in that space, when you make videos where, like, hey, this is a tutorial on how to do this, or this is what I do, this is my process, are you hoping to, pass that wealth of knowledge on to someone else? And if that is the goal, what exactly is inside of you that makes you want to do that? Because a lot of people, they figure out their system, they say, no, I'm gonna keep that close to chest. So what exactly makes you want to say, you know what, let me reach out and let me try to help the person coming up behind me?
My humanity, my humility, because I'm self-aware and mature enough to understand that there is enough for everybody. Now, we ain't got enough eggs right now. That's the issue. We're running low on eggs.
We do. We are.
But somebody can follow me and follow you too. They can support my business and support yours too. So I think that I feel like, I honestly believe that I am as successful as I am because I don't mind helping other people. And that positive energy, those opportunities, they always come back to me in some form or another. I don't mind teaching people how to do anything I know how to do, because a lot of what I learned was through trial and error. And I can't imagine how much further I would be if I had somebody helping me. So why would I be jealous of somebody else's success with a process that I created? I'm successful too. I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I helped. I contributed to that goal being reached. So it's all about being confident in who you are. When you're confident in who you are, you know, I could teach you, I could give you step by step, start to finish, of how I create my content. You're never going to be able to do it like me, because you're not me. So you're not my competition. You're just somebody that I'm helping. You've got to figure out what works for you. There is no threat in that. I'm just, just throwing it out there.
That's a real thing. That because you're right. There is nobody that can do it like you. Let's see. You must bake cheese like stunning. What?
I have no idea what that means.
I don't get that. I don't get the first part. I don't get the
saw
first
that
part.
too. I don't know what that means.
Cheese late. What was that? What's that one joke where it's like something nacho? What do you call cheese that
doesn't belong to you?
It doesn't belong to you. It's nacho cheese.
I don't know if that has something to do. I don't know. That threw me off.
Don't know. It threw me for a loop.
I don't know. I was like, I do enjoy dairy, so I don't know if that's what they was trying to say.
Man, so my let me ask you a question. You remember? Oh, okay. All right. Tangent.
Okay.
You remember when they said it was like a chicken wing shortage, but it was, and you like Wingstop was selling chicken thighs and whatnot, but there wasn't, like, they never told us that it was like a shortage on chickens.
It ain't no shortage on chickens when they plumping them full of hormones and genetically creating them.
So my thing was, how is there a chicken?
I'm gonna just say this: a chicken ain't supposed to be full grown in 2 weeks. I don't care what them people told you at old McDonald's farm. Okay, ain't no egg finna be no full grown chicken in 2 weeks. Something is going on at these plants and these farms and stuff. So I'm gonna say that. And I've been trying to slowly back away from meat products. I've been trying to slowly be vegan, but I'm gonna tell you what.
Look.
Chicken and salmon got me in a chokehold right now. I don't know. I've been cut the pork out, but I love a good grilled chicken or salmon salad. I ain't gonna lie.
You cut out beef? No.
I love a steak now.
Man, I'm about to say.
I eat them in moderation. I don't be every week at the steakhouse, but like I do enjoy it, and it got to be a real good steak. You can't. I ain't talking about old Charlie's.
Nah,
I'm talking about maybe go to like a steak house that specializes in aged meat. You know what I'm saying? They don't use nothing but salt on it, and it be still good.
Did you ever go to a steakhouse get steak while you was in Mexico?
Oh no, we don't do that.
Yo, trust me.
I was scared. I was already like, Lord, I don't want to eat or drink.
The best. I can't make this up. The best steaks are literally outside of the US. You gotta
try it then.
You gotta try it. I will never, like, that was the first time I tried medium, right? The first time.
That's the best way.
And I was like, oh no, I gotta do it like this. In Mexico, I said that was it. I'm not going back, because I come from a household, and let me get well done.
You're right.
No.
Kill mine twice.
Yeah. Burn it 2 times.
Yeah. Mine need to be all the way done when you get to the table. And then now you shaking the table trying to trying to cut the meat.
It's already dead. Why
I know.
I want to sorry, but yeah, outside of the US states. I want to get into really quickly going, oh my God, actually kind of, I don't even want to look at these. I have like so many random questions for you and quips and everything.
Just come on with it.
Yeah, I'm about to go in. Why they try to cancel you?
Listen.
Look, why Why
I'm
they trying
still
to cancel
upset.
you?
I don't know. I'm still upset.
Like, it doesn't make sense. There's literally a Netflix special of just a guy standing there telling some of the darkest jokes in history. I can't make this up. It's a pallor British man. I can't remember his name right now, but he just stands there and hits you back to back with just dark jokes. And they tried to let you. Why they trying to cancel you? What's like? We got to get into it. Why?
I'm going to assume that you're talking about the video as it relates to there was a quote floating around that a girl put on Scrubs and told the internet that having sex with your partner like 27 times a month or something like that would decrease the chances for prostate cancer, I believe it was. And I made the joke. I was like, well, we're gonna have to look into some research centers for chemo. And I didn't mean it like I'm not gonna have sex with my man. I'm like, bro, 27 times is a lot a month. Like, I guess when you ain't got really nothing else going on in life, maybe that sounds fun. But for me, I'm busy. I work and I use my mind. I use a lot of my mind 90% of the day. I don't have the energy for stuff like that. I got stuff to do. Y'all trying to make babies. That's what y'all trying to do. Because I ain't, listen, I'm responsible, okay?
Right.
Now, I get you 3, maybe 4 times a week, if the mood is right. If we, what I'm saying, maybe I had an off day or something. But 27, that's almost the whole month. And don't let it be February. We already ain't got enough days.
And it's not a leap year.
And it's not a leap year. That means I get 1 day of rest. And then somebody in the comments said, if it's just 3 minutes a day, I said, you know what? You're going to hell by yourself.
You solo that trip.
I said, you're going to hell by yourself. You're not going to tell these men that all it takes is 3 minutes a day. And they was in the comments like, yep, it seemed like a good 30 minutes to me. I said, y'all going to hell. I don't want no pause. That's them, Jesus. That's not me. I never said that.
No, I think that, in part to that in particular, that is, it was funny. It was hilarious. And I can never ever wrap my mind around it. I do honestly believe that they try to cancel people who are blessed with melanin a whole lot faster than those who are lacking of it,
Right, yeah.
And that's some, I'm trying to wrap my mind around why that's the case,
I think they with that particular video, I feel like everyone assumed that I was insensitive to people who struggle with cancer. The video for me was never about people having cancer. You said having sex 27 times a month would decrease the chances for prostate cancer. You know what else decreases chances for cancer? Not smoking.
This is true.
Let's try that first, is all I'm saying. Why don't we cut the cigarettes and whatnot out? Why don't we go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week? How about we change our diet? Let's do that first before you try to put a physical burden on me, somebody who's and listen, 7 to 8 times out of 10, the people in these comments are married with children. They have full-time jobs. Okay, they're living check to check, average middle-class people. Baby, we ain't got to. Why is we having sex 27 times a month and the light bill is due? We have other concerns, my dude. We need to figure out a way to generate some more money up through here. We ain't even got time to have sex.
What?
That's all I'm saying. Not saying I don't listen. Sex is great when it's time to do what it's time to do, but you ain't finna have me just laid up in the house being sluggish, eating pork rinds and Cheerios, up late watching TV, talking about he love me. Girl, the lights is off. It ain't cute. The children are hungry. Okay, it's not cute. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. Is all I'm saying.
Hey, man, pork rinds and Cheerios. That's gonna be the name of it. That's gonna be the subtitle for this video.
The stomach gonna sound like a brick in a washing machine.
You wild, yo. What's up with you? You wild. Hey, Dolores came back and clarified that comment though. She said they say eating cheese late gives you nightmares.
Oh, okay. I
And
never heard that.
Me either. I don't know what part of look, you know.
I about to say, I don't know.
I don't know. But all right, well, look.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. I want to get into the goal of the show. And that's philanthropy, garnering support from the audience and putting it towards a charity or a nonprofit that you care about. What charity or nonprofit would you like to spotlight today? And why is the cause that it faces so important to you?
I've been so excited to share this. So Women in Entertainment Empowerment Network. It is a summer program for Black women, children, well, young girls specifically, of color, to go and learn about business, tech, and the entertainment world. They establish connections in these industries. They get a lot of education in these industries. And I really love that it's spotlighted to people that look like me. Anybody who knows me and about my own clothing brand, Okay to Be Apparel, that's why it was born, is because there's a lot of negative representation for Black women specifically. And who better to speak about it than a Black woman? So absolutely, let's put more women in these positions because, a lot of these opportunities we don't get because men are in charge. Not saying that, men can't do their job or men are necessarily a threat, but it's the condition of society right now. A lot of times women aren't given opportunities outside of their physical appearance. So, this is a program that's geared toward helping women, build up their arsenal as far as entertainment and business and, all these different types of skills, that people need. There has to be for a show like this. You have a producer, you know what I'm saying? So we need some more producers. We need more writers. We need more agents. We need more of everybody. Representation is so important. And I feel like programs like this that make it easier for women to get in that spot help the younger girls coming behind them to know, hey, you can do this too. And you're not going to be doing it by yourself. You got some help. So that's the charity that I picked.
Bro, I'm so honored to know you. like
I'm dope for real. I'm dope for real.
In real life, though.
In real life.
In real life. Like, oh my gosh. And on Women's History Month now.
Come on now.
Well, I got something I'm gonna ask you after this as well about.
Okay.
So totally different. Okay, for sure. So y'all see, this is the charity that we are choosing. So for those of y'all hopefully those who are under the sound of our voices, they will in fact decide to open up their hearts and their minds and donate, whether it be their time, energy, efforts, and their funds to helping young women get into entertainment. Thank you so much again for joining me this morning. Before we close out, I have tradition here where we close with words of wisdom for the next generation. And so your topic today is this: what words of wisdom would you have for those who struggle with showing up for themselves after an internalized failure?
I would say keep fighting, baby, because you're not alone. We all go through it, but you have to be able to build up yourself. It's one of those things that if you don't do it, nobody else will. So it's very hard to bounce back after something like that. I've been through it. We've all been through it. We're probably gonna be there again. But you got to keep fighting and understand that like I said earlier, every failure is a lesson. It teaches you something. So the main thing is don't keep making the same mistakes. You got this. Just go a little bit harder. You almost there. If you can just refocus, regroup, start a new plan, start over. There's nothing wrong with starting over. You can always do that. And those my words of wisdom. Listen. So you ain't even starting from scratch. You starting from experience.
Amen. Y'all, thank you so much. As you know, we are members of the Divine Nine. We'll give him a quick shout out, Rue.
Shout out to the K's.
Shout out to the good K's. Yeah, man, y'all can follow me at Ezel Moon _. Oh, you hosting the Pearly Awards?
I am on June 24th.
Yep. So if
in
y'all
Decatur, Georgia, get your tickets.
Links in her bio. Anything else you want folks to know, how they can support you, follow you, anything?
I mean, the name's there on the screen. You can follow me everywhere at IndesKribeaBULL. Also, please don't forget to shop oktobeapparel.com. And if you are ever in doubt, please shut up talking to me. That's it.
Yo,
That's it.
Hey, look, that need to be his next, what's it called? His next tagline.
Right.
On his post.
Please shut up talking to me, please.
For sure. Y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been a frank conversation. Outro.
Thank you.
Purchase my book, Purple Mike Wants a Bike, at Amazon.com. You can find it there. Just type in Purple Mike, type in Ezel Moon, and it'll pop up. If you guys want to follow me, no, not even if, go follow me at Ezel Moon _ on Twitter and Instagram.